You guys remember how they said there were no pro circuit pipes for the 90, 91, even 92. But I did find one for a 95. Seals seat all the way in. We moved this hanger from here up to here before we had it powder coated for the 95. And we had to flip this bracket and put a spacer behind it. But you can look in here, it clears perfect all the way back. Doesn't touch anywhere. So that is a 95 per circuit platinum pipe mounted on a 1991 KX250. We'll see how it does. So the back brake is ready to go. We'll put that on in a little bit, but we'll rebuild the front one, which we already got it cleaned up. Got our spring back in there. And we're ready to put the seal. Two thinner, two thicker. Your thinner ones go in the outside, the thicker ones go down on the inside, and we'll get a little bit of brake fluid on.
Thinner go on the inside, you said?
No, the thinner ones go towards the outside. You see the difference in the shape of the grooves? The one down low is bigger. The one up top is a shallower groove. Start one side and then work the rest of it. Hold it in place with your finger and work the rest of it in.
Yep. All right. Let me put one of these in.
Yeah, lube it up a little bit and shove it down in there. For that particular one, you're going to be going black side down. The silver part will go up. And it's going to be extremely tight. There you go.
Not too bad. Does it hurt if I get the brake fluid on the metal here?
No.
I need to open that up.
No, because your inlet line is still open, so it's not, you don't have air trapped in it. So make sure you're straight.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's straight.
You pull it back out. Because if that
Yeah.
Pull it all the way out. Because if part of that rubber gets pinched and pulled, then it will go down on the side and track all the way down. But none of it's tore, you're good. You got the first one, now you're on the second one.
Okay. Man, sucker's in there. You like a clamp? Yeah. Maybe make it look easy. Okay.
Alright, so we put the brake pads on that one, and she's rebuilt. And then we can get the master cylinder. Your pins are in the top, so that has to go.
Gotcha.
Yep, just like that.
I got, yeah. Is that the right way? I gotta put that in first, huh?
Yeah, we want to go ahead and get this in.
Put this.
And then your brake pad will sit on that. So that one goes in right here.
To go. What's the easiest way to get this in?
The easiest way is to come from this side through,
Okay.
because the rubber on that end is softer than the other. Got it?
Yep.
Cool. And then that one,
For that one.
see how it's got a lip right here?
Yep.
That lip goes inside that little groove right there.
Okay. So it's got to go this way.
Yeah, but you want to mount it on this.
Oh, yeah. Just
See the groove in it?
Yeah.
So that's one of those where you just take a screwdriver and don't use that little orange one, that is too sharp. You'll just poke right through it.
Yeah.
Got it in there? Twist it a little bit.
Yeah.
Sweet. Alright, let's
Okay.
put a little bit of grease on these. That's right, you just squeeze that one in.
There it goes. Alright. So then that's got to go on the outside.
Yep, you're going to have to hook it on the end piece there and then drop it in. Hold on just a second.
We'll have to do this one first.
Yep.
Okay. Alright.
And then put the pins through. You got,
Got some blue.
yeah, it's right above your right shoulder there on the, up top. You have to push the brake pads down because there's a spring under them. There you go.
Fresh brake caliper.
Sweet. So both those are rebuilt now, and we just gotta.
We gotta do this guy.
Yep.
Take that thing out of there.
No, because
Okay.
most kits do not come with a replacement for this or the glass.
Okay.
So that always stays. All this is your plunger.
I think it's clean
Oh yeah, it's clean. So those- Plus, when we do it, we're going to push the brake fluid from the bottom up through, so anything that is in there will come out.
Okay.
But
You got a gasket for this?
Yep. Somewhere over here, we'll grab it in a minute.
Cool. Alright.
Alright, so this is just your plunger. So the other plunger was right here. So this is the one that came out of it. So you can kind of look at your, and it's a good idea to look at these, even if you're doing replacement of the seals on this plunger, because some kits are only have the seals. You know, this end, see where's the old one's right here. This end is where your spring was mounted. So that's what's up inside.
Okay.
All right.
So we gotta put these.
And then this is going to be your push point for your handle.
Yep.
So your seals are going to swell out on this end. You see how they're tapered out? So that fluid can come by this way and then get pushed.
So this is this seal right here, it looks like.
Yeah, because it's got a smaller diameter inner hole.
Yep.
And then the other one will go here.
And it goes.
And they're going to be pointing that direction.
You just go over the top of all that.
Yep. So we just make sure we got the right direction of the taper.
One.
Alright, so double check they're both pointing in the right direction towards the spring, right?
Yep.
Is that the new spring?
That's the new spring.
Alright.
So that goes on there. And then it goes in this
Now,
one.
put some brake fluid on those before you slide them back in there. Primarily the O-rings.
Oh, gotcha.
Maybe you can just throw a little bit down in that hole, or however you feel comfortable with it. It's going to come out the bottom. It's just, you're just wetting the sides, so the rubber's not going in there dry.
Just like that.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And this guy?
Nope, not yet.
Okay.
First thing you got to do is get the washer, and then we got to push it down and hold it and put the C-clip in.
Oh.
Because there's got to be something to keep the spring from pushing it back out.
That's it. Yeah.
And then push down.
Nice.
Make sure take that little screwdriver and check and make sure it's seated in there. Alright, and then this is just the dust cover. Is just a tightness fit. See how rigid that is? So when it goes down in there, that being tight down in that hole is all that holds that in place. So you take one of your bigger screwdrivers and just work that outer solid edge. Try not to cut into the boot. Down into that bottom to where it's tightens up a little bit. Is that one too big? How much screwdriver? So you got it seated down in there?
Uh-huh.
Yep, see? That's all it is. So we can put that on when we put and some of the kits will come with new screws, which is really nice.
Yeah.
But I think we've got some in either our Fast Metric or Spec Moto kit over there. So we're ready to put the brake line on and get these bled. Alright, so previously there was a tab right here that held the brake return spring. And of course, over the years that got ate through. So we ground that off, drilled a hole right here so that we have a place for the return spring. But then of course, we also have an issue where the holder on the brake tab was worn. And I have not welded that up yet, but I found something. And I'm going to show you guys that I hope is a good alternative to using a spring here. And that is the Fast 8mm blue, comes in red, green, different colors. Return spring that goes on right here. And instead of having to do one on the lever. Seems to be working perfect. Just have to see how it holds up to actually riding. Alright, so you older guys will remember this, but the younger guys probably won't. So this is some weird brake routing right here. Because back in the day, Honda had the patent on the CR for where it would come off of the guard here and come around, which is the way they're routed now, because once the patent wore out, everybody jumped on that. But before that, they would go right under the fork and up like so. Can you hold that there? Some of that damn thing's long enough.
A little short. It'll work.
So that was how they routed them back in the day.
Right now. Oh. Some bubbles now. All right. Okay.
That's typically how you bleed one of these, is just keep moving the handle. And you don't even have to do full strokes, just barely move it to where that O-ring is moving, and it'll let the air come up the line. And as that seal goes back and forth, just right there with that little bit of movement, it'll let the air out right there.
Got
Sweet.
brakes.
Brakes are done.
That feels good too.
The rubber supports had originally wore some grooving into the tank. So in order to try to keep that from pushing through, I moved them all down just past where they were originally mounted, so that we don't bust through this tank. Good as new. Not not used to seating the old bent ones. Got to work out the crease. See, she's looking pretty good. Tried to get the old school vibe back. And we got a little bit of fuel holding in the tank, not leaking out, so we're gonna see if we can get the first start up.